Have you ever had a gut feeling about something? Butterflies before a job interview? It turns out there's a link between the gut and the brain, and it begins much earlier than most of us realize, starting in the very first months of a baby's life. Today I'm going to share what a 2021 study from UNC Chapel Hill found about that connection. The microbiome is the community of trillions of bacteria living in your gut. It begins forming at birth and develops most rapidly in year 1. Scientists have known the gut and brain are in constant communication through nerves, hormones, and the immune system. What this study asks is something new. Could the specific bacteria in your baby's gut influence how fearful they become and grow? Researchers at UNC followed 34 healthy babies from 1 month to 1 year of age. To keep results clean, they enrolled only vaginally delivered, breastfed, antibiotic-free infants. At both visits, they collected stool samples, yes, poop, and used DNA sequences to identify gut bacteria. They also did brain MRI scans while babies slept and ran fear tests at 1 year. But how do you measure fear in a baby who can't tell you how they feel? The main test was called the mask task. A researcher wearing a series of masks, apple, horse, monkey, alien, held each one in front of the baby for 10 seconds. Observers scored facial fear, crying, body tension, escape attempts, and startle. They also tested social fear using an unfamiliar adult, and parents filled out a fear questionnaire at home. Here's what they found. Finding 1. At 1 year, babies whose guts were dominated by a bacterium called Bacteroides showed significantly less fear during the mask task. Bacteroides is linked to a more mature gut, and more of it meant a calmer response. Finding 2. Babies with uneven distributions of species of gut bacteria at just 1 month were more fearful at 1 year, suggesting this connection starts very early. Finding 3. The effect only appeared in the non-social fear test. No significant link was found to social fear or to what parents reported at home, which is actually consistent with how the brain processes different types of threats. The researchers also scanned 2 brain regions. The amygdala is your brain's alarm system for detecting threats. The prefrontal cortex acts like the brakes, as it helps calm fear responses. Babies with certain gut profiles showed trends towards larger amygdala volumes and differences in prefrontal cortex size at 1 year. These were not confirmed findings, as they didn't reach the threshold the researchers set, but they point in a consistent and interesting direction. So what does this mean for you as a parent? The core takeaway is that gut bacteria patterns in year 1 appear to be linked to how reactive babies are to scary new things. But this was for 34 babies, and we can't make sweeping claims yet. This study shows an association, not a cause. Don't just yet change your feeding decision based on one pilot study, and always listen to your doctor for medical advice. However, in the future, we may see dietary guidelines for infants change completely based on data like this. Your baby's gut and brain are in conversation from day 1. This research is an early clue that what colonizes that gut in year 1 may shape emotional development in ways we're just beginning to understand. Breastfeeding, vaginal birth when possible, and avoiding unnecessary antibiotics all support a healthy microbiome. Future, larger studies will tell us much more. Thank you for listening.